In January, the Holy See Mission Geneva organized this Interreligious Service as part of the celebration of the World Day of Peace. It was a prayer meeting and platform for women and men of different religions and cultures.
The prayer meeting, or service, we say interreligious service that we have in Geneva, is very important for many reasons. The first is Geneva is a city of dialogue. Although socially we are not that very diversified, let's say, but the meaning of the city is incredibly big, incredibly important. So it is somehow institutionally we present here the willingness and the readiness of many to collaborate, to share our idea, our vision of the future, especially our vision of the necessity to protect the peace.
Pope Francis had dedicated this year's message to migrants and refugees. The Grand Rabbi of the Israeli community in Geneva reminded everyone that no one's blood is redder than that of a fellow human being.
So does it matter what religion we belong to in the end?
It's not just a technical question that means it's good for me, good for you, then it's good for everybody. No. It is a vocation. It is the most complex and most structured phenomena of human life. You know, this is why we say in the Catholic Church that even the faith is a gift of God. You cannot have it if you want it. You have to have it as a gift.
Critics argue that it is unwise and ultimately self-defeating to engage in interfaith dialogue without knowing much of anything about the other religion.
Isn't it important to first learn about other religions before engaging in such a dialogue?
The challenge certainly exists. We have to know, but it is in any case, we do not speak at this level about convincing or converting the others. This is a completely different thing that must go on the level of personal consciousness. But here we speak about the function of and consequences that the religious dialogue can have for the society and especially for the peace. Because the biggest problem today is peace. Many others, but peace is certainly central and important.
The head of the Geneva Buddhist Center referred to Buddha, who taught that a person cannot be known through his physical appearance, and that everybody must be given a fair chance to introduce themselves in dialogue with the other.
It is a conviction of the Catholic Church, and especially of papacy. I think this conviction comes out from responsibility for the world, that dialogue among religious leaders, among religions, is a necessity. It's obligatory, it's indispensable. So there is not a possibility that we will face modern life and being active in the modern society without promoting the dialogue among religions and religious leaders.
This evening, everyone was in agreement to pray for refugees, for women and men in search of peace, for world peace and universal fraternity.
Universal fraternity is a category that goes even more than on the relations among religions. You know? It's also relations between cultures. It is somehow also, let's say, all the source of the inspiration for the modernity, you know, from the French Revolution and after that. I would say this universal fraternity is an extremely deep and important concept of living together, and I think it must be applied, especially when we talk about the interreligious dialogue.
You know, at the end of the Mass, the priest says, go out and announce or pronounce the good news. That's basically it. Share your faith with others. Right?
Share your faith with others and be capable to accept probably and capable to interact with diversity that you are going to meet when you are in the society.
The Interfaith Dialogue was motivated by Nostra Aetate, the Second Vatican Council declaration on the relations with non-Christians. The Church rejects nothing of what is true and holy in these religions, and that she has a high regard for their manner of life, conduct, precepts and doctrines.